Alright, I'm gonna just jump into this because this is so new for me and I just don't know how to speak into a microphone yet. But I've been trying to do this for a long time. And before I get into it, I just want to say welcome and thank you for all the people that low-key pushed me into doing this. To all the people ask me questions about my podcast, even though I've been trying to do this for 6 months. And I just been so nervous or kind of clueless on how to do this and what devices to use and my equipment. I did want to make this episode with the camera, but baby steps. I don't know how to work a camera and I clearly don't know how to work a microphone yet, but we'll get there. Okay, so if you didn't know, I am your host, Thais De Leon, and this is my podcast, Broken Girls Heal. This is my first episode. It's been kind of hard to find a good topic for my first episode. I have so much things to talk about, but nothing to say. Over the 6 months, I've been debating on what I should say for my podcast and the topics that I want to talk about and the vibe I'm going for. I definitely want this to be a comfortable place for everyone and also a funny podcast, but we'll see in the future how that works out with me, and I'm so excited for that. But I just want to jump into today's podcast because I been thinking about this topic all day today, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just record myself because I think it's a good topic. And I just want to have a disclaimer to my friends right now. The topic is finding a true friend, or what is a true friend. And I personally feel like I have never had a true friend. But that being said, when I say true friend, I mean a friendship that has been years, 7, 8, 10 plus years. And personally, I don't have that. And I know a lot of people don't have that either. But I do think those friendships are beautiful. I have met people that have met each other for a long time. But I feel like I never had a friendship that lasted longer than probably 5 years. And I think that's still good. But the people I'm thinking of in my head right now that I'm friends with for those 5 years, we talk once a month or every 3 months, and we rarely hang out. And it's not because we don't want to, it's because our schedules and our goals in life are just different. And I respect that as a human. I mean, it's kind of hard to be friends with people you were with in high school, and a lot of my friends I met in high school, so, or a little after high school. Yes, I love them and I want to say they're my friends, but I don't think we're best friends. Or we are best friends, but we're not, we haven't grew within each other. I feel all my friendships, when they get tested in a way, and then when I say tested, something happens or you get in an argument, they just don't make it past the argument. And that's low-key sad. I don't know if it's just a me thing. I just haven't made it past the loyalty test, I guess, if you want to say. I never made it past that stage, and I have plenty of experience where my friendships end terribly, and I realize patterns in people and the people I hang out with. I realize those people that I'm not friends with anymore, there's reasons. And I guess you learn from people and you just gotta move on. And yes, I agree with that. But just for examples, when I was in high school, or not even then, let's just take it all the way back since elementary school, I would have a new best friend every single year, especially elementary, middle school time. I would have a new best friend. Not even a joke. We would hang out during the school year, but when summertime was around, I would not hang out with anyone, and they would not text me, And when the new year starts, I would have to find a new friend because, we didn't talk anymore. And that's okay. I'm not saying that's bad, but it could have been a me thing too. I could have, texted back, or not even texted back, or like just reach out first. But, sometimes when you're not welcome, you're not welcome. And that's okay because you live and you learn. But yeah, I was just never had a friend like that lasted forever. And now that I grew up or have experienced all these friendships that don't end well, I like realized a pattern in between these friendships where like I was always the one that didn't have any control. And I feel like that's why our friendships, or like my friendships, never ended well, because since I had like no say, or like I didn't speak up for myself at times, or many instances where I didn't speak up for myself and I just let my friends like just kind of control me in a way. I really don't know how to explain it, but just like they would take lead in everything. And I don't know if y'all remember, but like, when there's like a group leader, like I was never the leader. I was just like never the leader. And not to say I'm not a leader, because I feel like I do have a leader qualities, but I feel like I was just too lazy for that. Like I would just let people say it like, oh, let's hang out, and I'd be like, okay. Like I would just never be like, no, or that makes me feel uncomfortable, or never that. I would just be like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But there's just some times where like I wouldn't want to do things, like, and especially growing up, most of my community where I live now is like specifically Mexicans, and I am Panamanian, which is like a Caribbean culture. Like there's a huge difference. So I had to learn a lot about like the Mexican culture, which I grew to love. Like I love Mexican music, food is awesome, and the people are awesome. But most of my friends were like Mexican, so I would always be like in quinces and like stuff like that, and I just had to like kind of learn how to be them and learn how to be the people in my friendships. Like when I would be like, oh, let's just go to one of my parties, and it would be like, no, like let's not do that, or like, oh, like no, like like it was just like it felt one-sided, or like it just never felt like they wanted to learn about me. So I kind of like threw my culture aside, and you are who you hang out with, is what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of times you think that you're stronger than that you can be who you are, but it's not like that. So being in these friendships, it just showed all these years, and reflecting back on these friendships just made me realize I couldn't even imagine being in this friendship for longer than I was. Like I'm kind of glad it happened, like, and it's kind of crazy how life works and how you meet these people and you can like share so much and expose so much of yourselves, but at the end of the day, it's like if they think you're annoying, or they don't want to stop, like they don't want to talk to you, they just don't want to talk to you. And it's just simple as that. You just gotta keep going and learn from the people that you were with, and like just never lose yourself as well. Like I feel like that's something I definitely had to learn, and I'm still learning that, like learning who I am and what I want to be and my dreams. For instance, I was a part of this friend group, and they were amazing. Like I loved them, and they were there with me when times got really tough for my family. But they were really good friends. But one little drama in high school ruined everything, to be honest. And so I ended up not being friends with none of them at the end of the day. And they actually did something that really hurt my feelings, and I don't know if I should say it because I don't know if they're gonna hear this, but like I think like a year ago, like they all met up again, well, some of them, and they posted on Instagram, and they said something about, I can't say it, but anyways, they met up at a party and they posted, and I was really booty hurt because I wasn't there. But anyways, we weren't friends anymore, so it's a good thing I wasn't there. I wasn't gonna go anyways, but I'm hurt. Just kidding, I'll be fine. But I was like in high school when we were friends, and like after being friends with them, I was alone. When I say I was alone, like I had no friends. I would eat at the lunch table by myself my senior year. And I want to say COVID for me was a blessing and a curse, because I mean, people died and I feel so bad for them. And then, it's like it was a terrible thing. But my senior year was during COVID time, like 2020. I would like just do everything by myself. But I also love that I was by myself, because I did so many good things during my senior year. I competed in DECA. I like focused on my school more. I took college seriously. Like, I promise you, like, I did not think I would go to college. Not even like, maybe like community college. But I didn't think I would do like college, like not in a million years. And I was granted the opportunity to do those things because I focused more on clubs and stuff like that, because I was just there for my friends. Like, I never really realized the importance of being in high school and just going to college. Like, I used to play soccer and I thought I was good enough to go to college to play soccer, but clearly that did not happen. I was not good enough. I really didn't think I was capable to, work on myself and to like do things for me. And that year showed me a lot, because even though I was like lonely and, I met other people and I met other friends, and being a part of these clubs, like it was fun. But unfortunately COVID happened, and I say it's a blessing because since I was so lonely, I just didn't have anything ready. So like for prom or graduation or anything like that. So it gave me time for sure to get myself ready. Blessing and a curse. Like, I don't know what to explain further from that. But I just want to say, like, even though I don't have these experience with friendships, and again, it could be a me thing, because I never was taught to have, relationships, like grow with people, or like just because someone does something, you can't just stop talking to them, like I kind of, in my teenager stage, I kind of hold grudges a lot. I was like a more angry child for sure. Like, I would not talk to anyone. I would like keep to myself, not even my parents. I wouldn't even talk to my parents. Now I do. But back then, I would not talk to my parents at all. But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I could blame my parents too, because they don't have friends. But, we can't blame our parents for everything. You gotta live and forgive. But, I think I'm gonna just end it off there and say, you just gotta continue. If you're like someone like me and you're just like, you just never had a friendship, or you just don't know how to grow friendships or relationships with people, like, don't let that stop you. Like, there are people out there and they're just like waiting to meet you. So just enjoy this time with yourself, get to know yourself a little better, learn from your past mistakes and your past friendships, and just remember to be a little open-minded, and you'll see like all these beautiful friendships will grow. That would be it for my first episode. Please give me your feedback. I know my editing and my talking was a little everywhere, but I just want to say thank you one last time, and goodbye.